So my granddad was a technical draftsman, an illustrator and a musician, and so he was very creative, and I grew up in a creative family. So for me it was never really a decision. It was always clear that it's gonna be a creative career at some point. That it became product design, that was a bit like a later decision. Like I started with graphic design and transformed into product design later on. I think it's a journey, and I really embrace that journey. It's an ongoing thing, so I wouldn't say like I have a specific style. However, I would like to perceived as somebody who creates products that are functional and useful, but emotional at the same time. So it's multi-layered, so it connects to people on different levels. Because I think a good product must connect to the people like on a functional level, but also on a very emotional level, so that you are kind of so it's not just a product. It's an object you want to live with. So I knew Maytoni from before. So we had an interior project where we sampled a couple of the lamps to the client. So I was aware of the brand, and when they approached me, it was like a really pleasant surprise. But the ideas formed later when we talked about the brief. We got to know each other. We got to talk about their clients, their user groups, what they envision their brands to be. And I think that helps because the whole process is multi-layered, and it's just very interesting to work with a brand that has values, and you want to kind of incorporate that values into your designs. So that basically started the thinking of the design, and then you imagine a couple of shapes and ideas, and then you work towards that. So with Asym, you have this asymmetrical light distribution that also works really well in restaurant and cafe settings, because when you have a nice conversation with someone or you share food, you don't want an object between you that is glaring you into your face. So that's a really good use case for that lamp when you put it at the edge of the table or someone asymmetrical, because the light distribution basically illuminates the whole table surface without being in the way. The reasoning for this lamp to be consumed by someone might be so individual that I don't want to dictate an emotion. I would love to see it existing in the most diverse weird spaces, because when this exists in my home, it's probably like a very calm, very minimalist space, but I would love to see it in like a super maximalist kind of Ferrari red weird space. So I don't want to dictate an emotion. It's more like a you do you kind of vibe, and I would love to be surprised. So yeah. We have a responsibility as designers who create products regarding sustainability, regarding repairability, the whole life cycle of the product, and also the resources that are being used. However, I don't think about how will my design be used in 40 years time, because you don't have any control over that. And also I really like that products sometimes have their own life, so you kind of release them into the world and they kind of take on their own life and people use it however, and I really like that.